All right, it appears that we're back on. Again, apologies, everyone. Apparently, the Belleville East Wi-Fi just went and right in the middle of the first quarter, and had to break out the old Wi-Fi hotspot. And there's still no score. Collinsville drove all the way down inside the 15-yard line, and then Colby Anderson fumbled it, and that's where we stand right now. The Lancers have marched about 35 yards up the field to get themselves back into midfield, and with 35 seconds left here in this first quarter, we might have a chance for one more offensive play before we head to the second quarter.
They can let it be the last play, but they're going to go for another one here.
Wide receivers on either side of the formation. Once again for Millender. Here's the snap and the handoff. Goes up the middle and a first down and a little bit more. Taken care of there by Mosey Trimble. That'll stop the clock while they move the chains, and that most likely will be the last play of the first quarter.
Well, fortunate break for the Cahoks there to fumble the ball inside the 10. Now Belleville East driving, but that'll do it for the first quarter, scoreless.
End of quarter number one, and as Chris Kettler mentioned, we are scoreless. We take a break, and we will come back and tell you all about quarter number two in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite.
Back here at Belleville East High School, Todd Duke, Chris Kettler along with you. Second quarter underway. No score between Collinsville and Belleville East. Lancers with the ball in Collinsville territory, sitting on the 32. Once again, Darian Millender in shotgun. And Trimble is lone set back. Trimble gets the handoff, comes over here to the right side, and he is met and taken down by the Kahawks. Deontay Clark.
Clark finishes him off. Max Link got in there first, got a hand on him, forced him over there to the outside. Gain of 2.
So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 6 here for the Lancers on the Kahawk 30-yard line. Again, no score, just underway in the second quarter. 10:40 left to play here in this first half. Millender in shotgun once again. Trimble stands on his left-hand side. 2 wide receivers on either side. We're going to come to the near side. Throw is complete, and he knocked him out of bounds, and down goes Jaden Hardy. But not after he picks up almost what he needed. Depends on the spot.
Get it by about a yard here.
Yeah, looks like they're going to move the chains. Yep, 1st down and 10 here for the Lancers.
At least putting together a fine drive here. They started in the shadow of their own goalposts.
This is Braylon Grayson now at quarterback for the Lancers. So they're using both quarterbacks here, and here's the handoff to Trimble. He's caught in the backfield, tries to get out of it, but can't do it. A gain of maybe 1 yard on the play, and a nice tackle there in the back by Brian Solinsky to keep that at a minimal gain of about 1.
And he did it again. Got in there on that running back. This time he wrapped him up and brought him down. Last time pushed him over to the outside. A short gain this time for Belleville East.
Braylon Grayson, a 6'1", 198-pound sophomore quarterback. And a high snap, and he's going to keep it, and they're going to get wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. In on the tackle there was Isaiah Norton.
Link, Norton, and Gary Richardson all finishing that off there. It was a busted play for Belleville East after the high snap. Really threw off their timing.
Maybe just a couple of feet on that play, so it's going to bring up a 3rd down and a long 8 to go here for the Lancers as they're trying to put the first points on the board here in this scoreless first half. Here again is Grayson in the shotgun. He's going to go back to pass. He does so right across the line of scrimmage and down on the ground on the play. About 3 yards short was the wide receiver, Julian Bennett, and that's going to bring up a 4th down and about 2 to go.
Slid down to the ground as he caught it and tried to get back up and go again, but that ain't allowed down where he goes down to the ground, and this will force Belleville East at 4th and about 3.
Taking their time, getting this next play in.
They don't appear to have a kicker that is warmed up.
Jalen Hardy checks in the game. He'll swing out to the far side as a wide receiver. 3 wide receivers here on the near side. Grayson in shotgun once again. This time Luke Freppen is his lone setback. And Grayson back to pass, does so behind the line of scrimmage. And the pass is complete to Walker, and Walker gets wrapped up pretty much right where he stands. Another turnover on downs. Collinsville will get the ball back with 8:20 left to play here in this first half.
Stuber one-on-one there with the receiver, wrapped him up at the legs and stopped him, and another turnover on downs for Belleville East. Kahok's defense bent there, but didn't break. Keeps Lancers off the scoreboard still.
So Collinsville will begin 1st and 10 from their own 19-yard line. Put together a nice drive last time, got inside the red zone, but Colby Anderson fumbled the ball and Lancers took over. And that was the culmination of that drive.
They really got the offense moving. It was 1st down after 1st down.
Split wide receiver sets. The handoff is going to go up the middle to Richardson. Tries a little bit off tackle to the right and makes it up to the 21-yard line before he's brought down. So a gain of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and 8 here for Collinsville.
Worked a couple of times. Went off the right side, went off the left side, and then another time that off tackle opened up the middle for Colby Anderson to go up the middle. Just a small gain this time.
Sun is down, and it's gotten a little bit more comfortable out here. A little bit of a breeze. Just a little bit. I'll take it. 2nd down and 8 here for Collinsville. Trevion Swagger, wide receiver all the way over on the far side. Eric Stuber is here on the near sideline. Isaiah Gordon next to him in the slot. Anderson in shotgun, sends Richardson in motion. Richardson bobbles the snap, or bobbles the handoff, and then spins out of one tackle, breaks another, and boy, I tell you what, he better tuck that ball in a little closer. Man, he's making me a little nervous. Picks up a 1st down, does Richardson, gets about 13 on the play, and Collinsville picks up another 1st down.
Colby Anderson really just kind of threw it into his gut there and of Richardson and
kind of
just
flipped it up like a hot potato.
Yeah, hot potatoed it up there, and then Richardson still had the wherewithal to make some moves and really only had one more tackle to break or before he would have been home free.
Wish he tucked that ball in a little closer, though. I'll tell you what, Richardson will go out for a breather, and Pinnell will check into the game. One lone setback now for Collinsville is Isaiah Norton. 2 wide receivers on either side of this formation. Anderson in shotgun, takes the snap, hands the ball off, up the middle, and nowhere to go for young Mr. Norton. Loss of 2 on the play.
Defensive line of Belleville East busts through there. 2 guys. Pushes Norton back.
Each team has all 3 of their timeouts left. No timeouts used in the first quarter. 6:30 and counting here in quarter number 2. Scoreless thus far between Collinsville and Belleville East.
Richardson still on a break on the sideline.
That catches wind and gets some liquid refreshments. Same formation here for Collinsville. 2nd and 11. And a incomplete pass. Anderson's arm was moving forward, and he just got drilled over there by Chris Mueller, the 5'11", 261-pound defensive lineman. That had to hurt.
He was cocking back and ready to throw the ball down, and he never saw that hit coming.
Had his arm in motion. So just goes down as an incomplete pass, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 11 here for Collinsville. Ball on their own 34-yard line. Clock stops with 6:06 to play after the incomplete pass. And Collinsville needs to pick up about 11 yards here. Exactly 11 yards. Swaggart goes out onto the far side. Stuber again lined up over here on the near side. Isaiah Gordon in the slot. The handoff is going to go to Anderson. A nice fake, but he's going to get across the line of scrimmage and get up to about the 39-yard line, and that's about it. It's going to bring up 4th down. Collinsville will have to punt.
Okay, let's try for the misdirection there. I think you'd like to see Anderson try to swing that more out to the outside there and use that running room. Everybody goes to the left side there, and instead he kind of sends it up there up the middle, and Canucks might try for this 4th down here.
We'll see what they got up their sleeves. Ball on their 39-yard line. They need 6 yards to pick up a 1st down, do the Kahawks.
We might finally see a timeout used. He said nobody has used one yet. 10 seconds on the play clock. And Coach Rhodes will wait for it to go down to 1 and call timeout.
And that's exactly what they do. So, timeout on the field. We will step aside as well, and we will be back in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network. The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes at Bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org. The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune covers Troy, Collinsville, Maryville, and all the villages and communities of Madison County. From area city halls to sports, including the Collinsville Kahawks and Unit 10 District News. The Times-Tribune covers that and more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper published every Thursday, and a one-year subscription is only $40 for the printed and online editions. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Times-Tribune. 4th down and 6 to go here at Belleville East for Collinsville, and now the Lancers call a timeout. How about that?
Looked like the Chaos came out like they might have been going for it, and Belleville East was set up for a return. And now, so Belleville East will have to rethink this and give the Chaos a chance to rethink it.
Yeah. So another timeout will give us time to tell you we're back in action tomorrow, both of us, myself and Chris Geller. We're going to make the drive north to Carlinville, about an hour away, for a little Kahawk soccer action versus Chatham Glenwood at Blackburn College. Any idea why they're playing at the college? Are they doing something to the field at Chatham?
No, Something that we're running, Collins was in charge of getting the refs in that. I think it goes back to a couple years ago. They had the tournament at Collinsville, and I think this is just sort of the remnants of that. It's just 2 games because after us is Marquette and Rochester playing.
Okay.
So it's just sort of a 2-game deal thing that Collins was running, but it's at Carlinville, at Blackburn.
Anthony Copatelli plays soccer there, former Kahok.
There you go.
Well, Anderson barked out the signal so strong that Swaggart busted across the line, and he's going to get called for a penalty, and that's going to probably change things from a punt, or excuse me, from a play to a punt, I would think. That's a costly 5 yards.
Different personnel going to come out here now, and Chaos going to go back to punting. And
no one feels worse about that than Travion Swaggart, because you know that was the play. I'm going to bark out a couple of calls to see if I can get them to jump, and Travion jumps on the first bark. So now Anderson back to punt it. He does. Right down the middle, and the return man says, nope, back up. He does, and the ball will take a nice Kahawk roll across the 30-yard. Oh, you got to be kidding me. They're going to throw a flag because one of the Collinsville Kahawks was trying to, fan the ball forward? Is that what it looked like they were doing? That was Isaiah Gordon. And I don't know if he actually touched the ball. He was, I think, coaching it to move a little bit farther, and if he touched it, that's a penalty.
Yeah, if he made contact with it, that's going to be illegal batting and call that. But another thing, it could be a sideline warning here with this ref on this side calling it.
Well, the referee's at midfield. We'll find out what he's going to call. Is he going to call anything?
Yeah, just some kind of sideline warning.
Sideline warning.
Belleville East.
Okay. And a false start against Collinsville?
It couldn't have been a false start. They ran the play, so some kind of procedure.
Well, he did the false start sign.
Yeah.
Illegal procedure?
Yeah, it's no legal procedure. It's all the same signal. They let the play stand.
At any rate, it's going to be 1st and 10 here for Belleville East from their own 29-yard line. They're going to tack on the 5 yards at the end of the play. Okay, so it wasn't a false start, or else it would have came back, right? Because you call a false start right when it happens. Blow the whistles, everybody stops. So this was a procedural call. So that's why. All right, so move them up 5 yards. Here's a first down carry and a big head-to-head tackle there. Or actually, that was initiated by the running back, Trimble.
They laid a bit of a hit there on Colby Anderson in the middle. Trimble got out of the initial wrap up there by spinning out of it. Good spin move. Picks up 5.
So a second down for the Lancers. Ball sits on their own 37-yard line. Grayson in shotgun. Sends a man in motion. Here's a snap. Grayson's going to hand the ball off to Trimble. Trimble was up the middle, and he has enough for a first down as he crosses the 45-yard line to the 46. And the chains will move. Lancers trying to move down the field, put some points on the board before the half ends. Still 4:15 left to go here in this second half.
Good running back there. He can survive some contact there, breaking off of guys here, but we've got a Lancers player down, and we're going to stop it here at 4:15 to go.
So an injury timeout on the field. We will take a break, come back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice.
Lancer player was okay, just a little leg cramp going on. We're back to action. First down and 10 here for Belleville East from their own 46. Man into motion. And back to pass is Mindler, who's back in there, and he overthrows his intended wide receiver, Kenan Walker.
None of the deep passes have really connected for Belleville East. Quarterback rushed a bit and really just let that one fly.
A little confused here on these quarterbacks.
They're kind of switching them out in and out. They got Grayson down there, and they're kind of switching them back and forth, huh?
Both of them are 6'1". One weighs 208, the other one weighs 98, or 198. So they're so similar in build, I have no idea which one's out there until I see the number. And a keeper here by Millender, and he tries the right side and gets brought down from behind. A little shoestring action there by Isaiah Norton. Then a couple of teammates come in and help him out, and one of those was Isaiah Gordon.
Yeah, Gordon and Richardson finish it off with Belleville East.
Into Collinsville territory. Yep, 49-yard line of the Kahawks. It'll be a 3rd and 5 situation. 3.5 left to play here in this first half. Darian Millender in shotgun. Man goes into motion. Here's the snap. Man, the handoff goes to the man in motion. Willie Butler tries the left side, has to cut it back to the right for a mere moment, then breaks another tackle and gets deep into Kahawk territory all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Colby Anderson went diving at the running back's shoes there, tried to trip him up, and the running back was able to keep his feet and gain that additional 10 yards and get the first down for Lancers.
So Lancer has been able to move the chains here on this particular drive. Collinsville trying to get the defense to stand up here before the end of this first half and keep this game scoreless. Collinsville will get the ball back to open the second half.
That's why you really want to get this stop here.
Millender once again in shotgun. Lone setback over his right shoulder, and the handoff will go to that lone setback. And once again, that is Moisey Trimble, the 210-pound running back here for Belleville East. Picks up about half of what he needed. 2nd down and 5 coming up.
He picked up about 5, and half of it was just him falling forward. He had to land somewhere, and he ended up getting about 2 extra yards on that.
Yeah, sometimes those falls forward will net you a little bit of extra yardage, depending on how tall you are and how long your arms are. No running backs in this formation. 3 wide receivers on the near side, 2 on the far. Millender back to pass, running out of time and room, and he is going to be sacked for a big loss all the way back to the 42-yard line. They're going to spot it down at the 41. That'll bring up a big 3rd and long with 1 minute, 58 seconds left to play here in this first half.
Yeah, Millender just cocked back, couldn't find nobody to pass to, stayed there in the pocket and got swallowed up by a bunch of Kahawks, including Hersey, and Lancers will call their 2nd timeout. Yeah, they called the one earlier after the Kahawks called one.
All right, so we have a timeout on the field. Time to pay some bills for us. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville and Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville and Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Todd Duke, Chris Kettler back with you from Belleville East High School. We're down to the final 2 minutes here of this first half. No score between Collinsville and Belleville East. Lancers are on the move into Kahawk territory as they have the ball 3rd down and 11 from the Kahawk 39-yard line. And again, an empty backfield, 3 wide receivers on the right side, 2 on the left side. Millender in the shotgun all by himself. He's going to go back to pass. Now he's going to step it up, and now we're going to have a stoppage in play as there is a flag that comes from the far side sideline.
Receiver on the line there must have jumped too early as they were setting up for that play, and that's what we'll have called. Push the Lancers back.
5-yard penalty against Belleville East will bring up a 3rd down and 16. Be a good time for a pick 6, wouldn't it? I wouldn't mind.
Anything here to get a stop here, force 4th down. But yeah, you could really use that kick in the leg here if defense could run one all the way back.
This time they put a running back there with Millender, maybe just to provide some blocking. 3 wide receivers still stacked up over here on the left. Millender's back to pass, throws it down the middle. It's going to go over everybody's head. That's a nice throw, but showing off that arm, but not the accuracy.
No time to find some accuracy when you just step back and fire it. Those guys aren't going to be fast enough to chase that down when you got a good arm like that.
4th down and 16 here for the Lancers, and with all the movement, looks like they're going to go ahead and punt. I would be very wary of a fake punt here, as Cannon Walker, 5'11", 166-pound senior, will come out as the punter. We'll see if they exactly are going to do that or not, as Jerry Richardson is moving up, comes in from the punt return area, so Collinsville also expecting maybe a fake, but it's not. High, end over end kick. It's going to take a bounce at the 10-yard line and then roll a little bit farther, and it'll be down at the 8-yard line, and Collinsville will have 1 minute, 40 seconds to move the ball downfield for a score. They do have 2 timeouts left through the Kahawks.
Come out here and see if you can't get the ball moving here a little bit. Otherwise, if you don't mind taking it here to the half, because you get the ball to start the 3rd quarter.
Yep, just do not turn it over down here.
Yeah, just don't give Belleville East another touch of the ball here no matter what.
Lancers, they have 1 timeout left, so they can stop the clock if they wanted to, but chances are they probably won't. That all depends on what Collinsville wants to throw their way. We will find out. Swagger lines up as a wide receiver over on the far side. Stuber over here on the near side. Extra running back formation. Yep, and a handoff is going to go right up the middle. Just hold on to the ball. That's your job right now. And they get back up to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard on the play. And we're down to the final 90 seconds here in this first half.
The Cats might be settling for running this time off.
Looks like it, knowing they have the ball back first in the second half. Now, if you were at midfield or something like that with 1:40 left and 2 timeouts, you might think about it, but down here deep in your territory, you know that one mistake is going to be costly.
Yeah, you don't want no mistake and give Belleville East a short field goal or Hail Mary or something that they could try to get into the end zone.
Triple running back set once again. And the handoff again goes up the middle, and a modest gain there for Richardson, maybe another yard.
Yeah, he's just running between the tackles, taking care of the ball, and
that might be the last play.
They haven't started
35 seconds left in the half, and the play clock just now started. So Collinsville doesn't have to run a play if they don't want to.
The East doesn't show any sign that they want to
call
timeout or nothing. It looks like we're probably going to go to the half here as clock reads 20.
So, after 1 half of play, both teams at times have managed to move the ball and pick up some first downs. Turnovers have been costly for both teams. And the defense has had to stand when they had to for both teams as well.
The Kahawks had the best opportunity getting it inside the 10, but they fumbled it there before the end of the first quarter. But it's a scoreless game, and we'll see how the second half goes with it. Nobody on the board yet.
That is the end of 1 half of play. No score between Collinsville and Belleville East. We'll take a break, try to find some scores for you on the old scoreboard, and we'll be back and tell you a little bit about that, and then we'll recap the first half of this game. All that and more coming up It is halftime here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former Kahok Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010. Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Extreme Details, owned and operated by former Kahok Jay Merkel. Jay and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or an RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, and they vacuum every vehicle regardless of what package you choose. Cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 977-1224 or visit Extreme Details at 936 St. Louis Road in Collinsville. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details. Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium on Main Street in Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz. And classic rock, it's always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl by the hundreds, plus new releases by new artists as well as reissues by classic artists. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's Record Emporium. There, you can test out all the latest in audio gear, from top-of-the-line speakers to the latest in new turntables, plus amps, streamers, and all of the accessories like needles, belts, and more. While you're there, check out the music-related wall art, as well as t-shirts, record cleaners, and so much more. Plus, if you can't find it at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Come check out Collinsville's only record store, Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in beautiful uptown Collinsville, 618-795-1333, online, richesrecordemporium.com. In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? Call on someone who's invested in your success. In Collinsville, that person is Jason Regg, your Collinsville Edward Jones financial advisor. Jason Regg will work to build a complete picture of your financial life, including your unique goals and passions. Jason Regg of your Collinsville Edward Jones office plays a big part in the community and the Collinsville Unit 10 School District with his Kahok Educator of the Month Award. To take care of the things along the path of you and your family's financial journey, call Jason Regg at the Collinsville Edward Jones office at 618-344-0252. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Having problems keeping your ride on the road? Roadman Automotive in Collinsville can help you keep your ride rolling. Roadman Automotive offers everything from diagnostic tests when that check engine light comes on to tune-ups, alignments, brake and suspension work, and more. Oil changes at Roadman Automotive start at just $35. Roadman Automotive is open from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday and is located at 936 St. Louis Road in Collinsville. Check out the Roadman Automotive Facebook page for daily specials. Call Roadman Automotive at 618-223-1878, online at roadmanautomotivecollinsville.com. Roadman Automotive. Keep your ride on the road with Roadman Automotive. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside's all-star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Lakeside Roofing, celebrating 50 years of serving the metro area. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, your place for online auctioning. Go to ogleauctions.com to check out the week's items up for auction. Ogle Auctions deals in everyday items like board games, t-shirts, clocks, antique items, and more. To collectible items, anyone in the market for, say, a trolley? Or maybe you're into more treasure troves like vinyl albums, cars, or motorcycles. And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more auctionable items. Ogle Auctions of Collinsville. Auctions every Sunday at 7 p.m. Check them out at www.ogleauctions.com or call Kim or Mike Ogle at 618-218-2117. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
Hey, once again, welcome back to Belleville East High School. Todd Duke and Chris Kettler along with you. We are at halftime here. 0-0. No one could get any points on the board here between Collinsville and Belleville East. Chris Kettler scouring the interwebs, trying to find some scores for us. And what you got there, buddy?
I think we're the fastest ones around. Everybody else is still in various points in the second quarter, so these are all still scores that are before halftime in the second quarter. Altall 14, Alton 0, East St. Louis 24, CBC 17. Across town from here, Belleville West 21, Kirkwood 7, Edwardsville and DeSmet 14-14, Mascouda 21, Columbia 14, Jerseyville leads Grand City 35-0, and Redbud leads Perryville, Missouri 13-0.
All right.
That's all I found.
That's all we found. Kind of weird because normally when we were in the Southwestern Conference, we did all Southwestern Conference scores. Now that we're not in a conference, we just kind of look for any score.
Well, I think I found all of them except I didn't find O'Fallon's score and don't really recall who they're playing, and then I just found some other random scores to go along with it.
All right, we have about 9 minutes or so left in halftime, so one more break coming your way. We'll come back just before the beginning of the third quarter to kind of recap the first half, and we'll do that here in just a little bit on the Kahok Sports Network.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background-checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, We ship stlouis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884. The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. Each ingredient chosen carefully, every blend crafted masterfully. Nurturing your passion, nourishing your purpose. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the Event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Once again, welcome back to Belleville East High School. Todd Duke and Chris Kettler along with you, as looks like the Lancers are making their way out to the field. So we're still just a few minutes away from getting the second half underway. So let's finish up some of the notes that I had here. We told you a little bit about Collinsville and their fifth head coach over the last 9 years. In that time, the teams have combined for a 15-71 record, no more than 3 wins in any one season. 4 times, only 1 win, and 2 times, unfortunately, with 0 wins. 2 other playoff appearances besides the one I mentioned earlier under Mike Liljegren, and that came in 1996 and 1998 also, both first-round losses. For Belleville East, their last playoff appearance was in 2015 under Chris Stevens. They won their first-round game and then lost in the second round. They have appeared in 21 playoff appearances since the Lancers first got into the playoffs in 1980. The farthest the Lancers have gone was a Final Four appearance in Class 7A in 2010. They lost in the Final Four, 41-7 to the eventual state champs, Wheaton Warrenville South, that year. Well, I tell you what, Belleville East, they lost a lot of guys. They had a large roster last year, and I know that some of the guys on the roster that said they were seniors didn't have a jersey number or a position to play, but if you added all of them up that graduated in 2021 off of last year's roster, it was 41.
Wow, that's oh, wow.
I know, huh?
That must have been a long senior night if he was even close to that number. Wow, that's a lot of guys. Who knows if they were all playing there on that shortened season last year, though. But if you lose anywhere near that number, that's a heck of a lot.
Yeah, their top 4 running backs from last year all gone. 158 carries combined, 780 yards, all 11 rushing touchdowns gone from last year's team. So there isn't anyone left that ran for a touchdown last year for Belleville East.
So they're trying all new guys out here that maybe were out there on the JV team. So any play they got last year was definitely well needed with the COVID year last year.
Yeah, Collinsville, they came into this game tonight with 8 seniors on their team. That seems really, really low. Belleville
really
East
low.
came in with 17 seniors on their roster this year.
Seems really low, but I think I saw the roster from last year for Collinsville. I think we only had about a dozen juniors or so. So, you know, lost a few guys maybe, but I guess it was just a small class that came through this for the 2022 graduating year for Collinsville.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how things transpire as this year goes along. I mean, so far, no score in the first half of this game. Both teams have struggled moving the ball at times. Both teams have moved the ball pretty well at times. Both the teams' defenses had played pretty well at times. And really, it's been a game of a couple of turnovers making the difference here. Collinsville was driving deep when they turned their ball over. Of course, Belleville East turned the ball over on the very first play of the game.
Yeah, maybe it's some first game jitters here. Kind of reminds me of the first game last season back in March for last fall. It was 0-0, and then finally got through on a punt return, and that was really what turned the tide on the game. So it could come down to something like this here in this game today to spark one of these teams to head towards this victory here and get some points on the board.
Both teams have made it back out onto the field, and we are just about ready to go here with this second half. Collinsville will get the ball to start the second half, and it would be a good time to put together a scoring drive and get on the scoreboard first.
They played it safe there at in the second quarter, ran the last 2 minutes off just in some dive plays there, knowing that they were going to get the ball to start the second half. Really worked out for them to get the ball to start the second half, since Belleville East just turned the ball over on one play, and they received it to start the game. So we'll see which side we're going to go to here and kick this ball off.
Just about ready to go here in the second half.
Lights full effect now. It's totally dark out here.
Feels kind of good. Tell you what, I was sweating bullets out here early, setting up all this stuff in the bright sunshine. Because as you can tell, we are outside. We're not in the press box. We are just outside the press box. Right next to us is the door on the north side of the press box, and just on the other side of that door are the Kahok coaches. And we are going to be talking things over with the defensive coordinator, Drew Cordes, after this game ends. So, just about ready to get things going here. Kickoff will be coming from Cannon Walker. And back deep, Trevion Swaggart and Jerry Richardson for Collinsville. "12 minutes on the clock. Third quarter. The only thing they need to do on the scoreboard is change the timeouts.
That is correct.
Here comes Walker. Ball is on the way. It's going to be low, and it's going to go out of bounds. So Collinsville will have some decent starting field position here to start off this second half.
Belleville East doesn't even try kicking it to Swaggart or Pinnell back there. Kick it straight out of bounds, and Seahawks look like they're going to be content here to take it from. Well, they're explaining to the coach on what his options are here.
Options are always nice.
But take it from the 35. We're
Oh,
having
yeah.
to kick it again here, and looks like we're going to start from the 35.
Might as well. No guarantee that you're going to get any farther than that if you make them re-kick. So why not? 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line here for Collinsville.
All we got to do is find the ball. Where's our ball? Where's our ball?
I don't know. Who's got the ball? There it is. All right, Kahawks 1st and 10 from their own 35. Jerry Richardson, the lone setback. 2 wide receivers on either side of the formation. And Anderson looking to pass. Will tuck it and run up the middle because it was wide open. And he'll dive across the 40-yard line and get up to about the 44-yard line before he's brought down. So that's a nice first play. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 1.
It's a good play to come out right away on your heels. See that they got nothing to do there. Quickly passing out to the left side and rake it down the middle there.
Have not had any problems with the hot spot since we got knocked off of the Wi-Fi early on. Unfortunately, that's going to make for 2 different videos for this game on the old Kahok Sports Network YouTube page. I hate it when that happens. Again, 2 wide receivers on either side of the formation. Richardson, the lone setback. Here's the snap. Handoff goes to Richardson, and he's met immediately.
I'll say.
Yep. Did not take very long for big number 52, Anthony Cunningham. 6'4", 272-pound junior lineman just barreled right through there, and Richardson got met before he can get a step forward.
So he really beat his man off the line there, and Richardson had no chance.
Loss of 4 on the play, so they didn't give him all the way back to where he drove Richardson into the ground. They stopped the forward progress at the 40, so it'll bring up a 3rd down and 5 here for Collinsville. Swaggart comes at, and a wide receiver over here on the near side. 3 wide receivers on the left side, 1 on the right side, 1 on the left. And Anderson goes back to pass, looks, trying to eye Swaggart. Swaggart pushes off, catches the ball as he falls down, and the Lancer player looking for a flag, but Mr. DeAndre Clark Jr. is not going to get that wish.
Swaggart put lots of hands there on the defender, but did finally stepped around him at the last second there and made the catch. Belleville East wants a call. Good job by Anderson to get that pass off. 52, Cunningham barreled through again and gave Anderson a lick. Kahawks flipped the field here, and now are set up maybe to find the end zone.
26-yard catch there by Trevion Swaggart. And 2 wide receivers on either side of the formation set. Richardson, the lone setback. Man goes into motion, and that man takes the ball, and he doesn't go anywhere. Darren Pinnell got his feet taken right out from underneath him as soon as he got his hands on that ball.
Another guy getting through on that defensive line of Belleville East, leaving Pinnell no chance coming on that end around.
Loss of about 6 on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and long here. 9.5 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. No score. Collinsville looking to get on the scoreboard first. Hey, you better back up a little bit. You would have been offsides right off the get-go. Snap. Anderson back to pass. Throws it to Swaggart. Swaggart couldn't handle it this time. That was a rocket of a pass. Hit Swaggart in the hands, a little bit behind him, and then Swaggart also got hit right at the same time the ball hit his hand, so really no chance for Swaggart to hold on to that one.
Ball tips up there too. Good thing the Lancers were trailing behind the play there and could have cleaned up there for an interception. It's going to be 3rd and long.
3rd and 16 here.
Let me get something positive here. They're probably going to go for it on 4th down.
I would imagine so. Eric Stuber checks out on the far side of the field as the wide receiver. Isaiah Gordon in the slot next to him. Swaggart and Pinnell over here on this side. Here's the snap. Anderson back to pass. Looks, tucks it. He's going to run. He has some room. He makes a move and almost got out of it and got about 10 yards of that back. So it's going to bring up a 4th down and about 6 from the 29-yard line.
Could have put the move on that guy. He would have gotten much closer to the 1st down, but like I said, we get a positive play there, and 4th down is going to be manageable. We'll say 4th and 6.
4th and 6. Anderson looks over at the sideline, gets the hand signals from the coaching staff. Colton Rhodes calling the offensive plays, the head coach. And Anderson still looking over there. Now he comes back to the huddle with about 13 seconds left on the play clock.
Could be an issue here getting this play off in time. Guys come to the line here at 5.
5 seconds on the play clock. Anderson in shotgun, takes the snap with a couple of seconds left. He throws, finds Swaggart again. Swaggart gets rid of one tackler, spins, gets rid of another tackler, up the sideline, and touchdown, Collinsville!
There you go. You knew he was going to have to make a move after he caught it just to get the first down, and stayed elusive enough, trekked down the sideline, and gets on the board. Chaos get the touchdown.
29-yard touchdown pass from Jones to Swaggart. And that'll put Collinsville on the board first. Pending the extra point try here by Andrew Chai.
All that worried about trying to get the play off in time.
I know. Aaron Pinnell will be the holder here for Collinsville.
Well, at least couldn't get the fourth down stop.
See if we can tack on this extra point. Here's the snap. High. Ball placed down. Kick on the way, and the kick is good. So Collinsville scores first, 7-0. Kahawks take the lead. 8:07 left to play here in this third quarter. We'll take a timeout. Belleville East will get their first crack on offense here in the second half, right after this timeout on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
Once again, Todd Duke, Chris Keller back with you from Belleville East High School. Collinsville Kahawks strike first, 29-yard touchdown pass from Colby Anderson to Travion Swaggart. Gets us our first points of the game. I'll get it out there sooner or later.
Smart.
And
you get it out.
yeah. Now the ensuing kickoff coming up here from Andrew Chai.
Smart play there by Collinsville on the fourth down to throw the pass underneath the coverage, make a play, let a playmaker make a move or two, and he did it and got the touchdown.
That was on fourth down as well. That was a nice kick by Chai. It's going to roll into the end zone. And the Lancers will get the ball 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line for their first offensive possession here in the second half. Collinsville took 4 minutes off the clock on that drive.
Worked out for him. Got the first possession of the third quarter, second half, and goes right down and scores.
Well, we'll hope it stands up now.
Defense has had a good long rest. They got that stop to tail into the second quarter. They had the long halftime. Go out here and get a stop, get the ball back.
Some nice comments on the old live stream here. Everybody's just as excited as we are.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. All right, first offensive possession for Belleville East, and a whistle and a flag right off the bat. Looks like they're going to go with Darian Millender to start off the second half in the quarterback position. And the false start will send the Lancers back 5 yards. So it'll be a 1st and 15 for the Lancers to start their first second half possession. 8:07 left to play here in this third quarter. Collinsville up 7-0. Millender in shotgun, wide receivers 2 on each side. One comes into motion to the near side and settles in on the left side. And the handoff is going to go right up the middle for Trimble, and Trimble finds a little bit of room and gets some of the penalty yards back, plus about 4 more, so it'll bring up a 2nd down and 6. Oh. Julian Bennett and Jamal Dixon both with the sideline. Got some words from the coaches and then ran back to the far side of the field. I thought they were going to bring it into the huddle and give the next play, but they didn't even stop. Here's Millender in shotgun again. Here's the snap, and the handoff is going to go to Trimble once again, and this time it looks like he will have enough for a 1st down. Got it by about a yard.
His carries have been good. He can survive 1st, 2nd contact and runs well between the tackles, and Belleville East gets a quick 1st down, and Collinsville wants timeout.
So, okay, Hawks take a timeout. So we will do the same, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future. To create your inheritance. To build your vision. To anticipate the known and unknown. And to find potential in both. And build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene with Visionary Wealth Advisors at his new Collinsville office located at 106 North Clinton, or call Brad at 618-467-8420.
Back here at Belleville East, Millender back to pass, throws it over to the far side sideline where it is picked up. And a 1st down catch by Jaden Hardy will give the Lancers about 4 yards, bring up a 2nd down and about 6. Last commercial we played there, Mr. Brad Keene, Visionary Wealth. Those new offices over there look nice, man. When I went in and signed him up for this year, he gave me the whole tour, man. It is really taking that old building down there and turning it into what it looks like now. That's awesome.
Yeah, breathe some life into an old building there in downtown Collinsville. It's nice.
Yeah, it does. 2nd down and 6 here for Belleville East. Collinsville leads 7-0. 6:44 left to play here in this 3rd quarter. Here's the snap, and Millender is going to keep it. Runs to the left side, gets tripped up in the backfield before he is brought down out of bounds. I believe that was Eric Stuber with the stop there, the shoestring tackle.
I don't know if Trimble just over pursued and missed the handoff, and that led the quarterback, Millender, to have to just bust at the outside and get whatever he could.
Picked up about a yard, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 here for the Lancers. 2 wide receivers on either side of the formation, 1 lone running back, Millender in shotgun. Here's the snap. Millender back to pass, throws it, overthrows it, almost picked off after the tip over there by Isaiah Gordon. Boy, he's beside himself that he couldn't grab that one.
Deontay Clark swatted his hands. That's what led to give Gordon that chance at it. Works out for the Kahoks. Belleville East going to be forced to punt.
So another nice job by the defense for Collinsville on a 3rd down and 5.
Used the timeout well. Belleville East got the 1st down on back-to-back runs. Kahoks called timeout, and now going to stop Belleville East here and force them to punt.
Cannon Walker will punt. Jerry Richardson stands deep, but he's not going to get anywhere close to that ball. That ball went straight up in the air, bounces, takes a Collinsville bounce at the 50-yard line, and the 49-yard line of the Lancers is where this next drive will start. Let's see if Collinsville can put together another scoring drive and double up this 7-0 lead. 5:52 left to play here in this 3rd quarter. Don't forget about the big 26-yard catch by Trey Swaggart on that last drive that set up that touchdown. So a couple of big key pickups there for number 2 for Collinsville. Here's a snap. Anderson takes it up the middle himself, has some room, gets through 3 tackles, and finally brought down at about the 38-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down, Collinsville.
Well, he busted through the middle there.
Almost looked like a design play, didn't it?
Yeah, design play. Kahok stayed at home on all their blocks. He found the holes. Got where he needed to pick up 11.
And more importantly, the clock continues to run. And the chains move. Fresh set of downs here for Collinsville. Here comes Swaggart over here on the near side. Joining him in the slot is Darren Pennell. Pennell goes into motion. Here's the snap. I think that was a busted play. Anderson ends up spinning at the line of scrimmage and gets back to the line of scrimmage on a kind of a busted play there. Not sure if he was supposed to flip that up to Pennell while he was running or what.
3 guys come together there. Pennell and Richardson's back there. Kahok's at least trying to create some misdirection. If Belleville East just sniffed it out, hats off to them.
So no gain on the play. Second down and 10 here for the Kahawks. 4:45 left to play here in this third quarter. Collinsville has Jeremiah Mosby as a wide receiver now over on the far side. Anderson in shotgun, takes the snap, and keeps it this time, and he tries the right side, and he has some success all the way across the 30. They're going to mark him down right at the 30. So it'll bring up a third down and about 2 to go for a first down here for Collinsville.
First contact back there at the 35. Anderson basically broke the tackle and started to fall there, but fell another 5 yards. Good game.
Third down and a short 2, or a long 2, depending on how you look at it.
Belleville East Lancer defense has been out there most of this quarter.
Isaiah Gordon lines up over on the far side. Pennell and Swaggart over here on the near side. Richardson, high snap by Colby Anderson. He gets out of a tackle, throws the ball, and it's complete for a first down. No, they're going to throw a flag, and the line judge on the far side said incomplete. I couldn't tell. It looked like he hit him right in the breadbasket, but I guess he didn't hold on to it. But the flag came from over here on the Lancers side of the field, so we'll have to see what that's all about.
The only thing he called was something on their sideline, and they've already gotten their warning, so it's going to be on sportsmanlike conduct or something on Belleville East.
An eligible man downfield for Collinsville is what it's going to be.
So, yeah, on the busted play, one of the linemen got lost there and lost himself there because Anderson ended up passing the ball. They ended up 5 yards down the field, thinking they might have needed to block for Anderson, who ended up throwing the ball down the field.
Referee and Mike Harrison, the head coach for Belleville East, talking about his options. They're going to go ahead and mark it off, so it'll remain third down, and instead of 3rd and 2, it's going to be 3rd and 7.
Well, it would have been 4th down if they'd taken the incomplete pass.
Yep.
They'll take the penalty.
So 3rd down and 7 here now for the Kahawks. .342 left, clock stopped after the penalty. Same formation, 2 wide receivers on the far, 2 on the near. Richardson remains the lone setback. Anderson in shotgun, stands on his own 40. Takes the snap, goes back to pass, throws it down the sideline, but he overthrows everyone. That's going to bring up 4th down. Pass was intended there for Jeremiah Mosby. Mosby, 6'2", 195-pound senior. And we'll see how Collinsville wants to play this.
Well, last 4th down, ended up scoring a touchdown. Travion Swaggart made some nifty moves and got down the sideline. This is 4th and about 7.
Last time it was 4th and 5. Turned into a 29-yard touchdown catch by Travion Swaggart. Kahawks break the huddle. Looks like they're going to go for it. And again, Pennell and Swaggart come over here to the near side. Mosby and Gordon on the far side. Anderson in shotgun. Oh, there's movement. I saw Collinsville back up first, so I don't know who it's going to be against.
Yeah, Mesa.
Yep, it's going to be against
Collinsville. Drawn
Collinsville.
off. Yeah, nope. He was just trying to get back.
You can't get back. Once you move, you move.
It was actually Phillips.
So a fourth and 2, or excuse me, a 3rd and 2 turns into a 4th and 7. That turns into a 4th and 12.
Yep, Cats having some penalties cost them here. Seems like get that Belleville East defense on their heels there. You 3rd and 2, and see how it goes here.
Going forward on 4th and 12. Anderson back to pass. Looks near sideline. Throws near sideline. Got a man wide open. Oh! Just off of the fingertips of Pinnell. And if he would have caught that, that would have been a for sure 6 points.
Everybody just came back to the ball a little bit more. Not try to catch it down on his feet. Maybe not worried about trying to take the stride into the for the touchdown. Maybe just lay out there for the ball, and if you come down to the ground, you got to at least make the catch.
Yeah, he was trying to stay on his feet to get that touchdown. If he would have just left his feet, caught the ball, and landed, we would have been fine.
Yeah, you would take it. It would have been a first down, big play, and
in the red zone.
In the red zone.
3.5 to go here in the third. Lancers get the ball back.
Can't be too mad at him, though.
No, not at all. Good effort on both sides. Here's a snap. It's high. Handoff goes up the middle to Trimble. And Trimble picks up about 2, maybe 3 before he's finally brought down. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 7.
Back and forth game continues with the quarterbacks reads. This is second quarterback again.
Grayson in there. Yeah. Braylon Grayson at the quarterback position. Jamal Dixon lines up as a wide receiver on the far side. No wide receivers on this side. Trimble the lone setback. Man comes into motion. Here's a snap. And Trimble gets the handoff up the middle. Has a first down into Collinsville territory before he is finally brought down by a host of Kahawks at Collinsville's 48-yard line.
Still running real well between the tackles. He's elusive and runs real well between the tackles, and really gets up to the second line there at Collinsville and forces them to bring him down.
2:35, and the clock continues to move here in the third quarter. Lancers in Collinsville territory. Fresh set of downs. Man goes into motion, and the handoff once again will go to Trimble, and Trimble will get across the line of scrimmage once again. And this time he'll pick up about 6 on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 4. Got to find a way to stop Trimble.
Yeah, I'm going to start finding somebody, maybe cutting in another guy on that defensive line, or some cats going with a 4-man front, so they got to be ready to stop him.
2 minutes to play here in this third quarter. 7-0 in favor of Collinsville. No scoring in the first half. First possession of the third quarter. Collinsville marches down the field, and a Travion Swigert touchdown has us where we are at 7-0. Here's another handoff to Trimble, and again he has success, and again he'll get another first down all the way up to the Kahawk 36-yard line. That'll move the chains. And he seems to be having his way with the middle of the defensive formation here for Collinsville.
Chuck that up the offensive line of Belleville East, creating the holes there. Otherwise, they couldn't be easily running between the tackles so well.
So another fresh set of downs here for Belleville East. Empty left side of the formation. 2 wide receivers on the right. Trimble the lone setback. Man into motion. Snap. Handoff goes to Trimble again. This time, he picks up about 3 or 4 more yards. About 3 this time. We'll bring up a 2nd down and 7.
One of his shorter gains there this time, but 3 yards every time will work.
Under a minute to go here in this third quarter now.
He's going to go to the sidelines now is Trimble. Belleville East will have to get off at least one more play in this third quarter.
Second down and 7. There's the snap. Back to pass is Grayson. He throws it. He's got a man complete. And that is going to be good enough for a first down on a catch by Kerry Martin, who played a little bit of quarterback last year for Belleville East. I think he threw 5 passes. 6'1", 178-pound senior wide receiver listed on this year's roster. And another fresh set of downs here for Belleville East, and the clock is going to run out before they have a chance to get this play off. We're down to 10 seconds. No problem with the play clock, but that'll do it for quarter number 3. Collinsville picks up the first touchdown of this game, and that's where we stand right now. It is 7-0 in favor of your Collinsville Kahawks here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, your place for online auctioning. Go to ogleauctions.com to check out the week's items up for auction. Ogle Auctions deals in everyday items like board games, t-shirts, clocks, antique items, and more. To collectible items, anyone in the market for, say, a trolley? Or maybe you're into more treasure troves like vinyl albums, cars, or motorcycles. And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more auctionable items. Ogle Auctions of Collinsville. Auctions every Sunday at 7 p.m. Check them out at www.ogleauctions.com or call Kim or Mike Ogle at 618-218-2117.
Tadu, Chris Kettler back with you from Belleville East High School. Well, we made it to the fourth quarter. Collinsville leads 7-0, but the Lancers are threatening.
Kahok's got the only score there in the third quarter. Finally put some points on the board. Belleville East driving. Kahok's defense has been up to the task every time so far through the first 3 quarters, keeping Lancers off the board.
First down and 10 for the Lancers at the Collinsville 24-yard line. 2 wide receivers over here on the near side. Grayson takes the snap, hands the ball off to Trimble. He goes up the middle again, and this time he only got a couple.
They've been shortened up some of his runs here the last couple plays, so now maybe that's going away a bit for Belleville East. They might have to try something else here as the field gets a little shorter down here towards the goal, towards the end zone.
Second down and 8 here for the Lancers. Grayson takes the snap, throws over to the far side, and the ball is caught and immediately met was Jaden Hardy. A pickup of another couple of yards on the play. It's going to bring up a third down and 5.
Pinnell wraps him up immediately. No yards after the catch. Third down. About 5 to go.
That is correct. Looks like they're going to line up with 3 wide receivers over here on this side. 1 on the far side, and Trimble again, the lone running back. Stands over the right-hand shoulder of Grayson. Here's the snap. Grayson back to pass. Dumps it off in the middle on the screen play. It's picked off by Collinsville. Oh, baby, on a big offensive lineman. Picking that ball out of midair, Aaron Phillips. All 6'3", 326 pounds of him. Comes up with a huge interception.
Huge interception there, Belleville East. Getting close to driving. I think they wanted to throw it to Trimble that down there in the traffic there, and we ended up going right into the defensive lineman's hands.
I think it was supposed to be a little dump-off screen in the middle, and it was dumped all right into the hands of one of the biggest guys on the field. So Collinsville will take over with 10.5 minutes to go. Here in this fourth quarter, leading 7-0 are the Kahawks. See if we can put some more points on the board and make this a little bit more difficult for the Lancers. Anderson in shotgun, 3 wide receivers on the near side, 1 on the far. And Richardson takes the handoff, breaks it off tackle a little bit on the right side, has some room, runs into one of his own players, still manages to pick up a first down, and then a very late flag comes in right at the end of that play.
Running into one of his own players might have been what kept him in bounds and able to pick up an extra 5 yards here. And
yeah, because he was stumbling as he was going, and I think you're right. Running into his own player kept him in bounds.
Cats look like they're heading back here, so.
Going to be a holding call against Collinsville, I believe.
All the referees are huddled up here discussing this. So what do we got here?
Well, the head referees went through the flag, right?
4 of the 5 over there talking, and then the one here on the near side still. Still over here, and this is taking quite a conversation by the officiating crew.
Head referee, the one with the white hat, he was the one who threw the flag, right?
I think he was.
That was a long discussion.
This is, wow, quite a long discussion. Glad the referees are here. They're doing a great job. Always hear about it. There's a shortage of officials nowadays, and
there's a shortage of everything nowadays.
Definitely glad they're out here.
Except patience.
Holding on the Kahoks.
Holding on both, offsetting penalties.
And no personal fouls each way.
Man, Collinsville got tagged with 2 on that play, and the Lancers with 1, but they still should offset, correct?
So maybe just replay the down.
Line of scrimmage is at the 29.
No, they're going to push the Kahoks back.
Yeah, because they got 2 penalties to the Lancers 1. Now the referee's going to come over here and talk things over with the Belleville East coaching staff to see what they want to do, but maybe he wants an explanation as to what his kid did.
Just going to let him know there. A couple of them yards that Richardson gained is going to stand, and they push him back 10 yards from there, so it's going to be like 1st and 13. So you get to down back and you lose 3 yards. I don't know, all in all, not too bad, I guess. Just move on from there and kind of start over. Took a heck of a discussion there by the officiating crew to sort that one out.
Well, they got it all sorted out. Took a minute. Here's Anderson, back to pass. Throws it down the far sideline, and a catch by Swaggart. He's on the move, and he gets taken down from behind, but not before he picks up about 50 yards on the play. First down, Collinsville.
Did a good job getting away from the defender, looking back to the ball, and put the burners on, get another 20 yards or so, and now the Kahoks are in business.
Yeah, they are.
He's broken some big plays here tonight for the Kahoks.
From the 27-yard line to the 27-yard line.
50 yards, I believe.
Yeah. I was just guessing, and that was a pretty darn good guess. So a big first down and into Belleville East territory. Handoff, well, it's going to be a fake handoff, and Colby Anderson's going to keep it, and he'll be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's all he's going to manage, try to get around that outside corner. That hasn't been there tonight.
Nope.
Belleville East really seals that off really nicely. Keeps the men in front of him.
Second down and 10 after no gain. Clock continues to run. 9:30 left to go and counting. Collinsville leads 7-0. Oh, I changed that, didn't I? Yes, I did.
As long as they're on the air.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. I was just wondering why my screen still said it was third quarter when I know I changed it to fourth. 2 wide receivers on either side of the formation. Here's Anderson again. He's going to keep it again. He goes right up the middle, and he got hit right at the last moment there. Or he probably would have got a first down on that. Big open field tackle there by Jaden Howard to keep that one from getting any farther. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5 up here for Collinsville. Ball on the Lancers 22.
Really want to get end zone here. Can really put the game away, but nothing else. You flip the field in that 50-yard pass play to Swigert and go for it here on 4th down. So you want a good positive 3rd down here.
Two wide receivers on either side. Here's the snap. Anderson hands the ball off to Richardson, and he has a little bit of room. He's got the 1st down inside the 15-yard line. Collinsville will move the chains again, and another 1st down for the Kahawks on the Lancers' 14-yard line.
First down. Could maybe always settle for a field goal if you end up having to, but think end zone first.
Oh, yeah. 3 plays from the 14-yard line. Let that play out before you even start thinking about that. Pennell and Swagger line up as wide receivers on the far side. Richardson again the lone setback. Gordon in the slot over here on the near side, and there's a snap. It goes to Richardson. He tries the right side, has a little bit of room before he's finally taken down. Flag on the play. That might have been a late hit or a trip. It came from the head man, and it's going to be against Collinsville.
Swagger arrived late there and got the guy from behind and get the block in the back there on the Kahawks. So it's not what you wanted to have on 1st down.
No, it is not. Not when you have a chance to almost put this game away with another touchdown. They call it a hold. It'll cost him 5 yards. And it'll bring up a 1st down and 16. Seven and a half to go here in this 4th quarter. Collinsville leads 7-0. Ball on the Lancers' 21-yard line. 1st and 16. Same wide receiver set, 2 on each side. Richardson, the lone running back. Fake goes to him, and Anderson tries to keep it, and he gets nowhere. And there's a late hit right there. That was a very late hit, and that is going to cost the Belleville East Lancers as Theo Milas came in late and put a lick on Colby Anderson.
Let Anderson be keeled over, and then a second flag came in. Looked like a Belleville East player was up in front of the ref there, maybe arguing there, so this could be a bunch of calls here against Belleville East.
Double whammy. Personal foul, late hit, unnecessary, unsportsmanlike conduct against Collinsville.
Okay, so somebody did something extracurricular there after Anderson was down. Should shot themselves in the foot there. Didn't need to.
Nope. Let the emotions get the best of you.
I think he's doing right. They come into his quarterback's taking up for him there, but it ends up costing your team in yardage.
Well, we'll see how they want to.
I think
it'd be offsetting, wouldn't it, since there's one on each? Well, they're going to give Collinsville a few yards on that.
I think you
late hit.
March them both off, which actually it's going to be a net going against Collinsville because from the 25, it's going to be half the distance. Then it's going to be 15 the other way. So it's going to cost Collinsville about
another 5 yards.
About 3-4 yards altogether.
Was 1st and 16. Now it looks like it's going to be about 1st and 20, 21. Yeah, you got to get down to the 4-yard line for a 1st down. And right now the ball sits on the 23.
Yep, so the net was 3 yards against Collinsville. And
got to check those emotions there, guys. Referees did their job through the penalty, and you should have just let it go at that.
Yeah,
all right, this is what, the 3rd time we're doing this 1st down over?
They got second on the thing on the sideline.
Uh-oh. Anderson had a hard time keeping that one. Oh, that was a nice, that was almost a nice catch there by Isaiah Gordon. He almost picked that one up off of his shoestrings, but couldn't quite hold on to it.
Yeah, the down before counted, they called it a dead ball. It was all after the play.
So that was second down. Now we have third.
Second down. Now this is third down.
Third down and 23, they are calling it. Well, I think you'd want to get a little closer if you're talking about that field goal. I wouldn't do it from here. Might be able to do it, but man, this thing is, this drive's taking a turn for the worst after Swaggart got down there in the red zone and gone nothing but backwards since. That Travion Swaggart play got all the way down to the 14. Same formation here for Collinsville. Richardson, the lone running back, over the left-hand shoulder of Colby Anderson. Here's a snap. Anderson back to pass. Looks right, throws right, and threw it a little bit behind the intended receiver. That was Darren Pinnell. And the ball goes out of bounds to stop the clock with 6:54 left to play here in this fourth quarter. And it'll bring up fourth down here for the Kahawks.
I don't think a 45-yard field goal is in the works here, so Kahawks are going to have to go for it.
Yep.
Punt clearly wouldn't net you much.
Unless you do one of those pooch punts. Going for it on fourth down. 3 wide receivers. Trips left. 1 on the right. Here's the snap. Anderson back to pass. Looks. Throws down the sideline, and it's intercepted, but there's a flag on the play. That's going to come back as defensive pass interference, so let's not get excited here because that ball is going to come back.
Now a third flag comes in. There was the initial interference one, then another one was on the over towards Kahok sideline. Now after the tackle, there's a late flag coming in. Now these referees are going to have a whole heck of a lot to sort out here.
Yeah, the only reason that ball was picked off was because of the defensive pass interference. But we'll have to wait on the next flag. Could be just a wash, and we'll do it all over again. Pass interference, Belleville East. Personal foul, Collinsville. Man, oh man, oh man. Can't get out of our own way here right now.
2 flags. One flag is defensive interference against Belleville East. The other is unsportsmanlike conduct against the Kahawks.
These unsportsmanlike conduct penalties here in the last 5 minutes are really detrimental to what you're trying to get accomplished here.
Yeah, they're just secondary things the Kahawks have ended up doing here, and really, if you can just take that away, you can have some positive penalties that have gone against Belleville East, and the Kahawks negate that.
I didn't see the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty happen, so I have no idea where it happened or why it happened.
Just a late hit after they came back down.
We've had more meetings of the Zebras than we've had all the first half. And the first half zipped by in an hour.
Zipped by an hour. I think Belleville East just had a couple procedural penalties.
682-9739 is the winning number.
I think we're just going to replay it from where we were before.
I would think so.
That appears to be the case. Placing the ball down the spot it was before, and we'll go do 4th and 23 again.
Yeah. Deja vu. 4th and 23 from the 28-yard line. That's a real shame, too, because that interference penalty happened inside the 5-yard line, at least inside the 10.
Yeah, I know in high school you're just going to get
you don't get the spot. You get 15 yards, but
you're just going to get 15, and
at 15 yards would have made it a 4th and 8.
Maybe a manageable field goal.
Yeah.
If you get that 15 yards. Referee's still sorting something out. So got nothing going on here.
Had a lot of long meetings
like
here for the referees.
Belleville East wants some kind of clarification.
It's like a Zoom meeting on the field.
Head coach wants some kind of, he's several yards out there on the field, and the referee on this near sideline is talking with the white hat. Does he want an ejection or something maybe for that late hit?
I don't know. Reminder for you, Cafe Agape halftime show will come to you after the game's over. Defensive coordinator Drew Cordes is going to join us. If we ever get there. All right, now we're ready to go. Clock starts again, 4th and 23. Let's see if we can get through this play here without a penalty. Anderson and company now milking the clock. 6:25 and counting. Play clock down to 8. Anderson takes the snap, goes back to pass, looks down the middle, throws down the middle, and it's almost intercepted, blocked down, as that one was intended for Pinnell right around the 15-yard line, and the Lancers will take over on their own 28-yard line. 6:17 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Way too much time left.
Plenty of time left for Belleville East. They got all their timeouts. Still over half this quarter to go. Defense has got to at least get one more stop on them.
So we'll see what the Lancers have in store for Collinsville here.
Some secondary penalties after the play really hurt the Cahoks there.
Oh,
on that
yeah.
drive.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't need them.
All right, once again, Darian Melander comes in to play quarterback for the Lancers. 3 wide receivers on the near. Somebody moved early, I thought, but that ball is thrown into the ground anyway. Incomplete pass stops the clock with 6:13 left to play here in the fourth quarter. 2nd down and 10 for the Lancers.
Nothing going there, just a throw down in the ground. Doesn't take much time off the clock.
Looked like 2 of these guys over here on this Tripp's right was moving before the ball was snapped. I guess that was just me. 2nd down and 10 for the Lancers. Melander in shotgun. And we're going to have a timeout called.
Got to be a timeout, Belleville East coming up here off the sideline. Lancers call timeout.
So the Lancers call a timeout. We will take a timeout right along with them, and we'll be back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville and Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville and Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium on Main Street in Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz. And classic rock, it's always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl by the hundreds, plus new releases by new artists as well as reissues by classic artists. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's Record Emporium. There, you can test out all the latest in audio gear, from top-of-the-line speakers to the latest in new turntables, plus amps, streamers, and all of the accessories like needles, belts, and more. While you're there, check out the music-related wall art, as well as t-shirts, record cleaners, and so much more. Plus, if you can't find it at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Come check out Collinsville's only record store, Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in beautiful uptown Collinsville, 618-795-1333, online, richesrecordemporium.com.
Well, unfortunately, while we were away, a 50-yard strike from Millender to his wide receiver on a little dump-off pass, and then all kinds of great blocks for Belleville East along the way. And look at where Belleville East is now. 1st and 10 on the Collinsville 28. Here's the snap, and the running back once again, Trimble, gets it up to the 20.
Trimble just ran to the back of his guys after about a 5-yard gain, then busted it outside, picked up another 4. Things getting chippy down there. Everybody had to spread it away there, and 2nd and 1 for Belleville East, knocking on the door.
Ball rests on the Kahawks 20-yard line, so a little red zone opportunity here for the Lancers. Collinsville leads 7-0. Trying to keep it that way, but too many mistakes here in this 4th quarter. Too many penalties have really cost the Kahawks an opportunity to extend the lead. Here's a little handoff that goes up the middle by Willie Butler, and Butler has a first down. As
Kahawks saying they
Kahawks
have it.
are saying they have a fumble, or got to wait for the referees to agree with them.
All kinds of Kahawks came up out of that point.
And we
they
do!
look happy.
Kahawks come up with a fumble recovery. Couldn't tell from up here, but everybody down there knew what was going on. Not sure who recovered it as well, but at any rate, the referees agreed. The dejected look on Willie Butler's face says it all, and Collinsville will get the ball back. They're going to have to move it, though. 5 minutes and 2 seconds left to play here in this 4th quarter. You can't be content with just a 3 and out.
It's a good play, that pitch up to Butler, and he's got some speed, got through the middle there. He just couldn't hold on to the ball. Really unfortunate for if you're Belleville East. Collinsville, like I said, got to move the ball. East has 2 timeouts.
You've got to pick up at least 1 first down here on this drive to continue to get that clock to move. And the Lancers can stop it twice. Here's the snap. Handoff goes to Richardson. Richardson zigzags up the middle, has a little bit of room, got the first down and more. He's off to the races. Jerry Richardson. Nobody's going to be able to catch him, and it's going to be a touchdown. Collinsville, no flags on the field. Oh, baby. A 87-yard touchdown run by Jerry Richardson.
That was beautiful. He saw the patience through the line, followed his blocks, then got that extra blocker. Didn't really need him, but he saw his way through it there, and by the time he got to the 30, about 17 yards of the field, he was long gone, and devastating turnover for Belleville East, and then you give up the very big play.
Well, that causes a lot of Lancer fans to get up and leave the stadium, but across the field, Kahawk fans are enjoying life over there.
That's great to see.
Extra point try here by Andrew Chai. He's already made 1. Pinnell, they're going to bobble the punt, and it's an extra point. You can't advance it, and it's going to stay 13-0. Man, oh man, what a play there by Jerry Richardson. 87-yard touchdown run from the line of scrimmage. And the Collinsville Kahawks have a 13-0 lead with 4:48 left to play here in this 4th quarter. We're back after a timeout here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes that bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org.
Back here at Belleville East High School, Todd Duke, Chris Kettler along with you. Big touchdown there by Collinsville. 4:48 left to play here in this 4th quarter. And believe me, those 6 points help big time.
We've had a lot of ups and downs here in the last minute and a half of gameplay.
It's been an emotional roller coaster ride, hasn't
Getting
it?
down on the Kahawks and then penalties, and then Belleville East gets the big play to get, looks like they're going in to score. Turn the ball over, and then the Kahawks with a big run. Up 2 scores Under 5 to go. Looking good right now. We'll see how it goes.
Yep.
To finish this game off.
Chai back to kick it off. Each team with 2 timeouts left. And Chai pops it straight up into the air, and it comes down at the 30-yard line where it's picked up by the Lancers' Khalil Waller. And he'll bring it back up across the 35-yard line, and the Lancers will start off 1st and 10 from their own 38.
That was similar to the opening kickoff. Kicked it over the guy on the sideline. Didn't kick it deep.
So the Lancers will have to put together a quick drive, a quick score if they want to have a chance to come back into this game. Collinsville's got to be on their toes. Empty backfield, look for a lot of passes. 3 wide receivers on the right side, 2 on the left. Millender passes it. This is the same young man who caught the 50-yarder just a little while ago, and Cannon Walker. This time, he did not pick up 50 yards. He picked up...
He lost 2.
Yeah, he lost 2.
He couldn't get out of the backfield there. Couldn't put on the moves.
Well, he went back to that play because it worked so well for him the first time, but not this time. So 2nd down and 12. Clock continues to run. 4:10 left to play here in this 4th quarter. Again, empty backfield. 3 wide receivers this time on the left side, 2 on the right side. And I believe they got Braylon Grayson back in there. Nope, that's Millender still. And this time the ball is dropped behind the line of scrimmage. And a good job there by Walker again to have the wherewithal to jump on that ball instead of giving up and letting one of the Kahawks jump on it.
Still 4 pass, so it's incomplete. So
Stops the clock with 3:58 left to play. 3rd down and 12.
Belleville East hasn't looked down the field here to throw the passes. Both their passes have been out in the backfield. They haven't gone anywhere.
Collinsville, touchdown in the 3rd quarter, touchdown in the 4th quarter. Defense trying to hold tough and pitch a shutout.
Defense has been great. Some guys have played both ways. It's tough here on a hot summer day. In tonight.
Millender, back to pass, looks, throws, far sideline, and just off of the outstretched hand as of intended wide receiver Willie Butler, who dropped the ball down here earlier and caused the fumble that gave Jerry Richardson a chance to pop off that 87-yard touchdown run. 4th down and 12 here for the Lancers. 3:53 left to play here in this 4th quarter, and I would venture to say that you make a stop here, that's game.
Going to be real close. You can start to milk the clock, run the ball.
Millender, back to pass again. Throws it down the middle, and he overthrows everyone, and again, that was intended for Willie Butler, and that is going to give the ball back to Collinsville in Belleville East territory, and that might just about do it, folks. Lancers do have 2 timeouts. They can stop the clock. But again, Collinsville, now you can run the ball to run some time off the clock.
See if Belleville East goes right into calling these timeouts right away. A couple 1st downs for the Kahawks to put this game away.
Anderson walks all the way over to the sideline to get the play from Colton Rhodes as head coach. He and Swaggart come back to the huddle. 15 seconds left on the play clock. Kahawks break huddle. And I would imagine you're going to see a steady diet of the Jerry Richardson show.
Or Anderson might keep it.
A little bit of both. Richardson does run it. Got to hold on to it, though. Man, the way he carries that ball like a loaf of bread out of Aldi's is making me nervous.
That's what I'm saying. They might let Anderson keep some of these. You don't want to have a turnover unnecessarily. Good job of staying in bounds.
Yeah, Lancers hold on to their timeouts for right now. Clock continues to run. 3:20 left to play here in this 4th quarter.
You only got 2 timeouts, so you got to let one roll either way. So they get a stop, here, look for them to call timeout.
Second down and 6. They'll take the play clock all the way down. And by the time we snap this ball, we'll have exactly 3 minutes left to play. 1 second, there's the snap, and Anderson's going to keep it, and he will be taken down right across the line of scrimmage, or actually before the line of scrimmage. Loss of 2 on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 8. Clock continues to move with 2:45 left, and the Lancers continue to hold on to those timeouts.
I'm surprised they didn't take one there. Definitely going to take one after this if you get
that
down
stop.
To 4th down.
Yeah. 2:30 left on the clock, 30 seconds left on the play clock, so you can get this down to 2 minutes before you have to take that snap.
First down here will virtually probably put this one away. Or come really, really close to it.
Seven seconds left on the play clock. Anderson barks out the signals, takes the snap, hands the ball off to Richardson. He's got a little bit of room on the left side. He'll get across the line of scrimmage, and a late flag comes in as Richardson gets taken down right at the part where he needed a first down, and Richardson looks hurt.
Richardson, the ball carrier, Blue Waller on the top of the ball. There was a flag.
Athletic crew for the Lancers trot out to the field almost immediately, and it looks like a leg cramp. Maybe. Let's hope that's what it is.
Hopefully just a cramp. Hey, we haven't had a big problem with the cramping here today. I was surprised these teams.
Yeah, I think twice we had a Belleville East guy on the ground just for cramps, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, both times it was the big Anthony Cunningham, that big 272-pound defensive specialist.
Teams, Calyx didn't get outside until Wednesday this week due to the heat. I was wondering if that would be a problem.
There was a problem during the soccer home opener and season opener on Wednesday.
Those teams were flying down the field in that first half, but it got a little slower there in the second half, and Richardson is, talking about soccer in there, but Richardson is up now.
He is limping, so maybe a little bit more than a cramp. I don't know.
Not putting any pressure on his
left leg.
Right foot. Then he seems to be walking into it a little more. Maybe it's still a cramp. Seems to be walking better as they go along here.
Anderson on one side of him, helping him get off the field. It will be, I believe, 4th down and 1.
Well, there was that flag.
Yeah, we did have the flag, and still not sure what that's all about. Well, it's against the Kahawks. I'm not even sure where they got that information. I don't even see the guy calling the plays. Or where is the guy with the white hat? All the way over there.
I was talking to coaches over there, Collinsville, the ball's over here at the 38, which would push the Kahawks back about 5 yards from the previous play.
We'll bring up 11 yards to go for a first down.
I'm thinking we'll wind the clock here, so Belleville East, you might want to take this time out. No, they just set the play
clock's already running,
to go, so the game clock not going here.
I'm not even sure what the penalty was. I heard the PA announcer say it was against the Kahawks, but he didn't say what kind of penalty it was. So I don't know. 1:57 left to play here in the 4th. 3rd down and 12 now for Collinsville. Anderson hands the ball off as Richardson had to leave the game, so the Kahawks bring in Isaiah Norton, 5'10", 185-pound sophomore running back.
Got one carry earlier, picks up a few, and Belleville East calls timeout.
It's going to be a 4th down and about 9 to go here for Collinsville. Clock stopped with 1:51 left to go. Again, Lancers have to score twice, so it is what it is. I think I would have started using those timeouts a little earlier. Collinsville is going to have a chance to take a little bit more time off of this clock. So Jerry Richardson limps off the field. We hope it's just a cramp.
So they'll have to replace him on defense, too. He's been doing a fine job out there on defense tonight. So when the defense comes back out there, he'll need to be replaced there. He's sitting on the bench, still being looked at. So It's not an all-is-well situation just yet, but he did go off mostly on his own power.
So the Lancers have one timeout left. And Collinsville will have a 4th down and 9 play. Lancers will most likely use that last timeout unless Collinsville gets a first down.
When they get a first down, it ain't going to matter. It's going to be over with, so this is the play.
Snap, handoff again, up the middle. Tackled, gain of about a yard. And
turnover on downs. They ain't got to use the timeout, of course.
Yeah, you don't have to use the timeout, a turnover on downs. So 1:45 left. Lancers will get the ball back with their one timeout, and they will start from their own 34-yard line.
That's a turnover on downs. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Belleville East.
So here we go. Lancers, last gasp effort here. Millender in shotgun, no running back. Actually, that's Grayson. Oh, it's almost picked off. Almost picked off there. Tell you what, sometimes these guys are surprised when it hits them in the hands, and that was the case for Eric Stuber. Late flag comes in.
Too many men on the field for the KFC. Seem to be counting 2, 4. Yeah, there's 12 defensive players out there for the Kahok, so too many men in the field. So even if Stuber would have got the interception.
Yep. So that'll give the Lancers some free yardage. And it will move the chains. Good enough for a first down as the ball gets dropped at the 49-yard line.
Equal participation is what that's called.
1st and 10 for the Lancers. They still have one timeout, 1:41 left to play. Clock starts.
Shouldn't.
Grayson back to pass. Throws a little sideline dump-off pass. And that's where he hits his receiver and picks up about 5 into Collinsville territory. Clock, though, continues to run. 1:20 and counting.
East, of course, not huddling up. We got to wait for one guy to get off.
That's the guy who's had a couple of leg cramps in this game, number 52. Grayson back to pass. Looks down the far sideline, throws it down the far sideline, has a man open. That man catches the ball and then gets taken down from behind on a nice come-from-behind tackle there by Eric Stuber.
Now under a minute to go.
That was Colby Anderson, who kind of ran into the receiver and then got knocked down. And now a spiked ball and a timeout called by Collinsville, as I don't think they had all their guys ready as well. So Collinsville will use one of their 2 remaining times out. Comes with 54.4 seconds left. Kahok's defense trying to pitch that shutout here. 1st and 10 for Belleville East on the Collinsville 11-yard line.
Well, it's going to need 2 scores, and that's going to be tough to get, but for that Kahok defense, you definitely want this shutout. You made it so far. Good timeout to use. You got him. Don't take him home with you.
Yeah, and I think Colby Anderson was still smarting a little bit after that hit. The wide receiver that caught the ball actually hit Colby at the same time the ball made it into his hands, and Colby took a little bit of time to get up, but he did get up and ran back right before the Lancers were going to spike that ball. The chains weren't even set yet, so I'm not even sure they would have allowed that. At any rate, Collinsville had to use the timeout, so Lancers got a chance to talk about things.
Another thing is the quarterback's in shotgun, so you can't spike it from that. You got to go under center. But none of that happened anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Braylon Grayson is back out there. Trimble is the lone setback.
I think they put a small amount of time back on the clock. Right now reads 56
seconds. A couple of seconds back on there. Grayson back to pass, throws, has a receiver, and that receiver is thrown into the end zone by Swaggart. So There goes the shutout on an 11-yard touchdown catch by Kerry Martin, the former Kahok.
He gets the first score for Belleville East here with 50.2 to go. East going to look for a onside kick after this. But the Kahoks won't get the shutout.
Nope.
Here today.
Now you're just trying to avoid Lancers coming back to tie this thing up. 2-point conversion try here by Grayson and the Belleville Lancers. Here's the snap. Pass goes into the corner of the end zone, but he overthrows everyone, so there's your 6 points. So the Lancers are tasked with an onside kick, recover it, and score a touchdown and the extra point with 50.2 seconds left just to tie it, or score a touchdown and go for the 2-point conversion to win it.
I can only assume they don't have a kicker if they didn't kick it there, so they would need the onside kick, touchdown, and the 2-point conversion to win in 50 seconds.
Yep, with 1 timeout. Boy, those late penalties hurt. So, 50.2 seconds left on the clock. You know what the Lancers are going to do. The Kahoks know what the Lancers are going to do. The question is it going to work?
Got to make sure it goes 10 yards. After that, it's a free ball for both teams to recover.
Get the good hands team out there.
Kahoks not stacking it with a bunch of guys in the line here. They got them.
Swaggart and Isaiah Gordon stand deep at about their own 25, 30-yard line, just in case.
This isn't something they hadn't quite worked on just yet. They do have a timeout, but if Coach likes what he sees, we might go ahead and go with this.
Cannon Walker with the kickoff responsibilities, and he does so. Takes a bounce, 10 yards. Collinsville gets it, and down in front of the Lancers bench. A nice job holding on to that ball by Sam Kohler, and Collinsville retains possession. 49.3 seconds left. All Collinsville has to do is kneel 3 times. The Lancers can only stop the clock once.
Let Belleville East get on the board here late, but it's going to be a victory here for the Kahoks. A big run by Jerry Richardson, 87 yards. It's going to be the winning score. Just got to keep everything clean here on taking a knee here to end it.
Yep. Victory formation ensues. Anderson under center, surrounded by his teammates. There's the snap, and the knee is taken, and the clock continues to move, and the Lancers probably will not use their final timeout because they know that would be kind of pointless. Anderson trying to get the home crowd pumped up over there on the far side as we have a 1 second difference in the play clock and game clock. So one more knee will do it. There it is.
There it is.
Kahawks will walk away victorious in the season opener of the 2021 season by a final score of 13-6.
Not a Southwestern Conference win since we're not in the conference for football, but it's a win over a conference team. And a great way to start the year and head into the home game next week with Triad.
That'll bring us into our post-game program brought to you by Cafe Agape in Collinsville, home of the Kahok Chicken Sandwich. Cafe Agape since 2012, offering catering and some of the best home-cooked food in the area. Give Cafe Agape a call at 345-CAFE, 345-2233. We'll put the wraps on this one after a brief timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you. In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? Call on someone who's invested in your success. In Collinsville, that person is Jason Regg, your Collinsville Edward Jones financial advisor. Jason Regg will work to build a complete picture of your financial life, including your unique goals and passions. Jason Regg of your Collinsville Edward Jones office plays a big part in the community and the Collinsville Unit 10 School District with his Kahok Educator of the Month award. To take care of the things along the path of you and your family's financial journey, call Jason Regg at the Collinsville Edward Jones office at 618-344-0252. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside's all-star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Lakeside Roofing, celebrating 50 years of serving the metro area. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you. And we welcome you back into the Cafe Agape post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Final score, the Collinsville Kahawks victorious in their season opener by a score of 13-6. And joining us now, Drew Cordes, offensive coordinator for Collinsville. Well, let me get your thoughts on the game before I ask questions.
Came out with a game plan.
Why is that not working?
It's kind of.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we came out with a game plan. We wanted to get the ball out quick. We wanted to be able to get our athletes out in space. It seemed like everything was coming along. We did have a couple, we had a couple drives that we kind of shot ourselves in the foot, I'd say. We could have put 40 points up, but we also could have scored 0 because, we made plays when we needed to make plays.
All right, well, let's talk about some individual plays. Speaking of plays, making plays, 2 plays in particular to give you your first touchdown. First, Travion Swaggart catches that ball 26 yards. That sets up that 4th down play of a 29-yard catch. You guys were just trying to get the first down, and look what happens.
He told me to do it, so I'm going to say it. He wants to be called T-Swag. He says, once I've earned that name T-Swag, that's what I'm going to be called, and I'm going to be known as T-Swag. And that play right there, that's a play that only T-Swag can make. He catches it, breaks 2 tackles, then decides he's just going to do a little dance like he always does, and then he finds the end zone because that's what players do. And Trey is a player.
Yeah, all right. Jerry Richardson, also a player, got hurt there at the end. Hope he's okay. But, man, that popped off that 87-yard run when all you guys were really trying to do was chew up some time on the clock.
Yeah, we knew we would go back to that play because we'd only run it once, and it was working pretty good for us. And even when the quarterback was running that same scheme, it looked really good. We had no idea it was going to bounce back for 86-yard touchdown. But, sometimes when you just got players like Jerry, he's just a dude. That's all he is. He's a football player, and he is fun to watch.
Talk about your quarterback for a second. Kobe Anderson, pretty good game.
Great game, yes. Sophomore year, a lot of learning, a lot of new things. This year, same thing, a lot of learning, a lot of new things. that's not the same Colby Anderson we saw last year. This kid put in so much work this offseason. He was with me constantly trying to figure out this offense. He was with Coach Rhodes constantly figuring out this offense. He looked like a fifth-year college senior today. He was making great plays. He was making great reads, and he wasn't making the mistakes. That's one thing we preach is make sure that we get a profit every time we're moving the ball down the field. If it's not there, take the next play, and he did a great job on that. He made 0 mistakes tonight, and I can't say enough about Colby because I've been his position coach for 2 years now, and the growth that I've seen out of him is amazing.
All right, well, thanks a lot for the visit. Go get them and go have some fun with your guys.
All right, thanks, Todd. Thanks.
All right, thank you. That is Drew Cordes, the offensive coordinator here for your Collinsville Kahawks. They're victorious here tonight by a score of 13-6 as we bring Chris Kettler back into the post-game program. First time since the last playoff appearance by Collinsville in 2010 that we've won our season opener.
Yeah, that was my first thought on what it was. Go back there and check it, and if that's what lies ahead, another playoff appearance, we'll take it there. It's also very nice to see get a win over Belleville East after we've gotten this position where we've left the conference, but come back here and beat a Southwestern Conference team here on the road.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit with the offensive coordinator there, and he mentioned nothing but good things. Just a couple of cleanup areas you got to do. Those penalties late in that game almost allowed Belleville East back in here, but things finally calmed down. Collinsville held on. You wanted them to see that big 0 on the scoreboard under Belleville East, but it just didn't happen.
The penalties there were some secondary things, but other than that, I think the Cows kept their head on. They didn't make too many mistakes like that. Nothing ended up costing them. This is the one you can really build on, bring some excitement here, and look to have a good crowd next week for Triad. And if anything's possible here to have a really good season here for the Cows, this is the first building block. It's going to be real good.
Yeah, Triad coming to town next week for the home opener for Collinsville. Triad's always a tough team, man. Hard to keep that big 3-headed monster running back thing they got going on there contained.
And now they got their own turf. They're a turf team now, so they'll be used to the turf at Kahok Stadium. It was a good game last year there, kind of similar to this game. Slow scoring contest at first, and then Triad won all of them games up until the last one last year. They had a great squad. They're getting votes for the state ranking. See if that was warranted if they won tonight over Matt Toon. I'm glad Kahawks won here tonight. Yeah. Better than losing here and trying to keep positives.
Always fun to bring home victories to the folks watching everywhere that they're watching from, which is out of state, out of country, and locally as well. All right, man, you and I got to get out of here because we got to get up early in the morning and drive to Carlinville for a little soccer, don't we?
Yeah, we got the soccer team. It'll be the first time you'll carry them. They tied Triad, got the PK by Jimmy Crowder late in the game of that one, and then beat Marquette yesterday. So we'll see how they go here. It's going to be a hot one out there, but be fun to go out there to a different place that I've never seen play before. Blackburn.
I've never been to Blackburn College, so it'll be a first time for both of us. So that'll be coming your way. 11 o'clock is game time tomorrow, somewhere around there after the JV game, and we'll be on the air hopefully somewhere around 10:40, 10:45 or so. So that's going to do it for us here tonight. Collinsville wins the season opener here at Belleville East by a score of 13-6. Big thank you to both the coaches on the pre and the post-game show. Big thanks to all of our sponsors. And for Chris Kettler, my name is Todd Duke. Everyone have yourselves a fantastic rest of your evening and enjoy your weekend.